So this is what's going to be, what the lab should be when you turn it in. Okay. Everybody should have this little thing that says design criteria. Okay. So basically your whole thing, right, is you're going to design the lab. It's going to have aspect 1, 2, and 3, right? You're going to list the variables. You're going to define a problem, make a statement of the problem. You're going to list the variables, right? You're going to come up with a procedure. The second aspect is the procedure. The third aspect is the method for collecting the data. And I'm not going to go over that because I was dreadfully boring the first time, and this would be the third time, I think, right? So you're going to do that. Then you're also going to do, you're going to have a data table, bless you, in a manner appropriate to your cultural and spiritual heritage, right? Give me a data table and make your data table as nice as you can, right? So you should have units, and if you can guess what the uncertainty of something is, that's great. Put that in there. Make a nice data table, and then also make a graph. Okay? And typically when you make a graph like this, you put the dependent variable up and down and the independent variable side to side. There are some exceptions to this, but that's the sort of the thing. So we can look and see, oh, as we increase the dependent variable, the dependent decreases. We have 2 questions.
Must the graph be done on the computer?
Must it be done? You could do it on graph paper. Just don't do it on like notebook paper.
Yeah. Well, what about
Or I'll just, what? Say it again.
White paper with a ruler?
No, use a graph paper. And I have graph paper, and it's in the box right by the tripod there, right? Or you can use Excel, or you can use Google Docs, spreadsheet. Question?
Does our design have to be actually what we end up doing?
Does your design have to be what you end up doing? No, that's an important distinction, right? So everybody in the room has, I hope, come with some sort of a design or a plan. Okay. Now, if you don't, why? Of course, you can then write a plan for coincidentally what you chose to do today, right? Every man, woman, and child, though, is going to turn in their own design. And it might be the lab you did. It might be the lab you wish you did. There we go. Something like that, right? But it should be similar to their data, right? Oh, yeah. There we go. But this thing can be graded independently of all this. In fact, this is just like, I'd be so curious to see what your data is, right? So we should have some data. We should have a graph. But really, we're just grading this design thing. You have very few chances to design some procedure, so there it is. If you're IB, do your best shot. Also, if you're IB, you can optionally add a conclusion and an evaluation. You know how to do that. I've given you a document on that. And the way IB works is that you are graded on the best 2 of your things that you do, and there are only 3 things. There's design, there's conclusion and evaluation, then there's data collection and processing, which is impossibly obscure. We'll probably have like 2 or 3 options to get full points on that, okay? So there it is. So just every man, woman, and child is going to turn in their own unique individual design. And if 2 people turn in the same one, I'll notice. Okay? I just have that kind of memory. When I see the same thing written again, I'll be like, oh, look at that. Okay? So it should be your own unique thing. Okay? Yeah, we should do that. That'd be funny. Okay? So anyway, that's that. And then let's just go through and see who has what variables, and then we'll just go and do the lab.